Greetings to you from wherever you're watching us. Thanks for joining us for the Thursday edition of the show. Promises to be exciting as always. I'm Yemi Adebayo.
And I'm Cecilia Omogbe, and we start from the continent where Eimba have been drawn against Horoya. That's the club side from Guinea, and it's going to be, well, easy pack for them or a walkover for them. We'll find out when it starts. Talking about the quarterfinals of the CAF Confederations Cup.
All right, familiar faces for the Aba Elephants in that one. We'll see how far they will go, like Cecilia just said. Okay, so let's go to basketball. There's been a lot of basketball in recent times. Of course, the Tigress are saying, bring on Mozambique. That's what they're saying, talking about the Olympic qualifiers for the basketball event. And the girls, they're ready, they're in shape, they're ready to take on the Mozambicans.
Absolutely. Everyone has been telling them, pick your battle. And this is the one they can easily win. Also on the program, where for the Toronto Raptors, they set a franchise record, 12 straight win. We'll be counting down to see if they can be able to set a record. They were on 11th, and right now they're on 12 straight win. It is the first time they're actually having that in their history.
All right, that's how we start the show. This lovely Thursday morning, and of course, let's start with basketball, and we'll take a look at the results. Also try to highlight what Cecilia just told you about how the Toronto Raptors were able to secure their 12th Serge Ibaka, the name on everyone's lips. But let me just quickly take a look at the results. You have the Indiana Pacers and the Toronto Raptors, just 1 point game. Toronto Raptors winning that game courtesy of the heroics of Serge Ibaka. You have Miami Heat and the Los Angeles Clippers, 111 points to 128. Clippers edging that. You have the Denver Nuggets, Nikola Jokic posting a triple-double in that one, beat the Utah Jazz in that one. You have the Memphis Grizzlies up against the Dallas Mavericks. It was a victory for the Grizzlies. You have Orlando Magic up against the Boston Celtics. The Celtics edged that one, 116 to 100. Cleveland Cavaliers were not so lucky against the Oklahoma City Thunder. The Oklahoma City Thunder won that game 109 to 103. You had the Phoenix Suns losing to the Detroit Pistons 108 to 116. Atlanta Hawks beating the Minnesota Timberwolves 127 to 120. Interesting results you have there.
Yeah, interesting results from the NBA. And of course, you're picking the star of the game, which is the Raptors and the Indiana Pacers, because of the franchise record that they they got. And for Indiana Pacers, I mean, you are up against a team that are on fire, a team that started so well this season, a team that actually, they are the defending champions, and you have someone, Serge Ibaka, who had to do the business right there. He made the winning three-pointer with just 30.4 seconds left. And of course, trust the Raptors, when they are on that particular run, they were able to extend their winning streak to a franchise record of best 12 games. Now for Indiana Pacers, I mean, when you're facing a team like this that are aiming to actually win this one, you know it's going to be a difficult one for him. Serge Ibaka, you mentioned earlier, he finished with 30 points, and that 30 point, of course, was a huge one. They've won 11 in a row twice previously in their franchise history, but this one, they had to take it a notch higher. It wasn't only Serge Ibaka that was the history guy on the night. You also had Kyle Lowry, of course, had 32 points, 10 assists, and 8 rebounds for the Raptors. And you know, when you have a game like this, Pascal Siakam also, he had 25 points in the game and 9 rebounds also. Terrence Davis, the second, had 11 points. Fred VanVleet also clipped in 10 points. Most of the players were actually on double digits. You only have them firing like this, so it's actually difficult to beat them. But Malcolm Brogdon was the one who had 24 points for the Pacers. They've lost their 3 straight games. Not a good one for the Indiana Pacers at all, and that's one.
Yeah, a painful way to lose. They gave a good fight. Although, I mean, you seem to be one-sided, you know, the stats were really from one side. Just joking. Just joking. But
when you have
it
a
was
franchise record, you get all the accolades. That's
you get all the accolades, and especially if you win again in that fashion.
Absolutely,
very,
you mean.
Very close. You know, at some point you were thinking, okay, maybe this is where the streak
will end. That's what I thought too.
But they were able to just nick it.
That's what is important. Get it? Let's look at the guys who put up some big numbers on the night. And of course, Kyle Lowry is part of it. Trae Young is also part of the team. Kyle Lowry for the Raptors, they have 32, 8, and 10. The reason I'm not picking okay, fine. I mean, Sergio Baca had a good night, but he had 30 points. I had to pick this guy because he had a double-double on the night. Just too shy of a triple-double on the night. So, I mean, he merits top performance.
Surely. No arguments against that.
Okay, thank you. And you have Jason Tatum of the Boston Celtics. 33, 8, and 5 for him. Put up those numbers, and of course, we were able to get a good one in their team. Another player, Nikola Jokic for the Denver Nuggets, 30, 21, and 10. That's a triple-double from him. And this guy is another player you look and just be wondering how he managed to put up numbers like this. And they were able to win over Utah Jazz.
Yeah, they were able to secure that victory. And this man, Trae
Young, yes.
of course. These days, we're talking about him on the winning side. You know,
absolutely.
In times past, we're talking about him putting on the monster show and still, you know, ending up being on the losing side.
Absolutely.
But Trae Young comes up with good numbers now and still gets to win. And so happy for the young man. They were up against the Minnesota Timberwolves,
absolutely,
but they won. So he had 38 points, 4 rebounds, and 11 assists. Not a triple-double, but still a double-double. It's okay. It's okay to make our list.
Absolutely. Very okay, especially the numbers. 38. Come on, he had the best on the night, so that's why he's making the list this morning.
All right. We're just having a chat, a lively one at that, about how Roger Federer was referring to Rafael Nadal. And Cecilia was hinting that, look, you're 38, he's 32. But of course, we remember that he's been a champion a couple of years before Rafael Nadal burst to the scene, and they're now rivals.
Absolutely.
But it didn't start out like that. And let's do a little bit of background. Yeah. Bill Gates is involved in this. His foundation.
He's going to be playing doubles match.
His foundation.
Trevor Noah is also going to be
involved.
I'm like, okay, what's going to look like having Trevor Noah? I mean, comedian, yes, South African, comedian. And you have one of the richest men in the world playing tennis. It's all about raising money for education anyway. That's one of the major reasons they're doing it. So I love the fact that he's in Africa. He's going to be in South Africa. Nigeria, okay. Yeah, one way we have to wait for that.
6th edition, nice, only in South Africa. I think it's a good one. I hope, of course, the proceeds will go into ensuring that there's education and things work well. That's what the philanthropist Bill Gates has been trying to do. And this is the 6th edition. We're just looking at the sports angle of all of it. All right, let's come home. Cecilia, let's talk about the ladies. I allow you the honors of going to Edo State to talk about women's football in Nigeria and some amazing things that the Edo Queens have been doing recently.
Absolutely. I mean, when you hear stories from Edo State about Edo Queens, you're like, okay, the quality everyone is talking about is already there. But most people are still fighting to have, you know, the last time, you know, Bene Insurance and also Edo Queens, equal pay for both. I'm like, okay, that's a good one. But then the latest actually had to do with the pre-season tourney that they won. They went for the tournament and they were able to win it. And what they did yesterday was to present the trophy to the deputy governor who is in charge of sports in the state. And of course, I mean, the news we heard that it says it was going to give them 3 million naira for winning it. But the thing is, what these girls did was the fact that it kind of cleared the whole thing. I mean, golden boot, highest goal scorer, you know, best goalkeeper.
Clean sweep.
Clean sweep. So they had everything, plus the trophy, all the medals, everything, all the awards that were for that preseason. They had everything. It's called the Niger Retails Football Tournament. It was held in Makurdi in Benue State. And these girls came back with flying colors. So because of these credentials, the governor is now telling them, look, you've done so well. It's remarkable. This is good. But the thing is, you have to go a step further by doing what? Make sure you are the club that will be going to the La Liga, I mean, to Spain for the, you know, usually the champions of the Nigerian Women's Premier League they'll have to go to, you know, Spain for more like a pre-season before the league starts. We're still waiting for Rivers Angels to actually go anyway. But then that's what is charging them. If you're able to do this, so everyone will be looking at it. I think the celebration and jubilation right here was when he announced that I was going to give them, okay, just take the 3M, you know, for your energy and all that, for some other things. But at the end of the day, it's actually giving them a task. And for Edo Queens, if they can achieve that, right now they have a new, you know, they have a new coach, Roland Ode. That's one of those you know, veteran coaches when it comes to coaching Nigeria's Women's Premier League. So he's the one that is in charge of them right now. And they've started the preseason by winning the trophy. So they need to build on this and see if they can win the league. Let's hear from Deputy Governor talking about these girls.
The trophies is a testimony to the fact that attention now will be on you. So if attention will be on you, that means you are the team to beat in every match. So the more reason you have to train harder and also listen to your coaches and do those things that will enhance your performance. Our dream is to the extent that every national corps, Edo Queen, if not 50%, but they will have at least 40% of call-up in the national team. That is our dream. And don't forget, this year, we are going for the La Liga games. That we missed it narrowly last year means that this year we are not going to miss it with what we have just started. So I want to also tell the coach and also apologize to the team. I have not come to train with you. I'll come and train with you.
Okay. Yeah. All right. I'm not going to say anything, right? He wants to train with the girls. Well, it's good. I mean, plays for insurance. So
what's there to say?
Yeah, I think it's good. It's going to be
There's
extra
nothing
motivation.
There to say.
Yeah, extra
Well,
motivation.
I like this.
Keep splashing the catch and keep supporting
He's involved in everything sports, and that's commendable.
Yeah.
He does have time. Takes time out of his busy schedule to just go around, and support. And that money, that package he announced, of course, got the ladies excited. And I'm sure maybe when the season starts, they might replicate that kind of performance. All right, let's talk some para-powerlifting.
Yeah.
Of course, a lot of preparations going on ahead of the powerlifting World Cup,
already,
and expectations high. So at least we caught up with some of them, had some of their views, and all the issues resolved now. And
they've started winning medals and all that. That's what is important.
Hopefully, all the distractions. I mean, I think I'm seeing a couple of gold medals already on the table, and hopefully we continue in that stead.
Yeah, absolutely. That's what everyone wants to hear after all the drama and everything. But day one, I mean, the gold is rushing in and all that. Some of the athletes who won gold medals, Wongo Esther, she was one of them. You also had another girl, Omolola, also winning the gold medal in her own category. They're happy with what has happened so far, and that's Esther. They after just that lift, they're happy with the preparations. They're happy with the fact that despite the rancor we had at the beginning, the drama and all that, there's so many ugly stories behind the scene. But then our focus is what these athletes are doing right here at the Para-powerlifting World Cup. Team Nigeria now has 4 gold medals, 2 silver and 5 bronze medals, which is a remarkable one for them, judging from the fact that you can't camp in Lagos, you have to come to Abuja. And at the end of the day, despite the odds and, the infighting and all, these men and women have been able to prove a big one. But let's listen to some of the gold medalists from day one.
Here to win. When I was coming, I wish myself gold medal. Although I wasn't too sure of it because during the week, I wasn't feeling too well. But God himself answered it because when I prayed to him, I told him, just grant me only this one wish and I will bring back the praises to you. And he did it. And now I won a gold medal.
The event is so fine though. It's very nice. And I thank God to bring all these things to our country, because it's a privilege for us that we move forward in Nigeria, and I'm so happy to.
Definitely and absolutely. It's good when something like this is coming. The athletes have the opportunity to compete at home and also compete among the very best. We have more than 70 countries taking part in this tournament, and Nigeria, of course, they're hosting to win. We need to go on a break now. We'll come back. We'll be talking about Nigeria Professional Football League, especially the game that happened between MFM and Enyimba in Lagos.